My God, I hate drugs.
Moving on to another story, the Philippines is the least peaceful country in Southeast Asia. That's according to the latest Global Peace Index, which studies peace and order in 163 countries. The study by Australia-based think tank Institute for Economics and Peace shows that the Philippines is ranked 137th in the world, the lowest in the region. It's also the second least peaceful in the Asia-Pacific. The study posted three main factors the rank. These include the Marawi siege, the ongoing dispute in the South China Sea, and the Duterte administration's anti-drug campaign. The study did say calming tensions in the South China Sea from President Duterte's talks with China is having a positive effect when it comes to peace in the Asia-Pacific region. In other news, the back and forth continues between former TV host Chris Aquino and Communications Assistant Secretary Mocha Uson. And that word war is gaining a lot of attention online. The spat began when Uson dragged Aquino's late father to defend the kissing controversy of President Duterte with a Filipina in South Korea. Uson reposted an old video of former Senator Ninoy Aquino kissed by female supporters inside the plane moments before he was assassinated in 1983. Special Assistant to the President Bongo says President Duterte has apologized to Chris Aquino and that Uson herself will apologize. But shortly after Go spoke, Uson posted a Facebook status on her page, Mocha Uson blog. She said, quote, "With all due respect to everyone involved, I decline to apologize for the truth." Now, in her latest Facebook Live last night, Aquino reiterated she was hurt about Uson's move. She points out the issue is about her as it is about her parents. Aquino also added, quote, "Mocha, you win."
When it is about my mother and when it is about my father, it will always be about me. Kahit sinong anak, kahit sinong nanonood sa akin ngayon, pag magulang na, hate man nila ako, sabihin man nila na there she goes again. But I think lahat mag-a-agree sa akin. Dahil na tayo, kahit anuman ang kulay natin, mahal natin ang mga magulang natin. Mocha, you win. You win because you hurt me. And I think that's what you wanted to do. Nanalo ka dahil patuloy mong inapak-apakan ang pagkatao, ang alaala ng dalawang tao na pinakamamahal ko.
Both Go and Uson refused to give further comments.
From the top stories here in the country to headlines across the globe, the United States carries out another military operation near contested islands in the South China Sea. The U.S. Pacific Air Force says two B-52 bombers flew within the Spratly Islands vicinity Tuesday. The flyover comes days after U.S. Defense Secretary James Mattis called Beijing out over its militarization of the islands. China has yet to react to the most recent U.S. operation, but it has repeatedly condemned the Western power for sailing warships near disputed islands.
Presidential Anti-Corruption Commission is urging authorities to dig deeper into the killing of Ombudsman Assistant Special Prosecutor Madonna Joy Ednaco Tanyag. The agency believes there's more to the case than what the police call a robbery gone wrong. Our senior correspondent Cecil Lardizabal reports.
Ombudsman Conchita Carpio Morales is grief-stricken as another prosecutor killed. She calls for a resolution to the killing of Ombudsman Assistant Special Prosecutor Madonna Joy Tanyag. Philippine Anti-Corruption Commission Chair Dante Jimenez says Tanyag's death is alarming. He shares Morales' view of a deeper issue behind the killing.
We told the family, and I think we have a common denominator with Ombudsman Morales, that there should be an exhaustive investigation, not only on the motive of what robbery, because this subject suspect has been a noted addict, user of drugs, in and out sa kulungan. Ito usually ang mga kinukuha ng mga masterminds. They usually get guns for hire.
Tanyag handled a number of cases that involved fund malversation and graft and corrupt acts. High-profile cases involved those of former Makati Mayor Elenita Binay and former Representative Judy Sihuko. Tanyag had attended the Sandigan Bayan hearings on the Malampaya Fund scam that allegedly involved former Budget Secretary Rolando Andaya Jr., former Budget Undersecretary Mario Relampagos, and Janet Lim Napoles. Morales says Tanyag is known among colleagues as hardworking and tough in handling high-profile cases. Tanyag's boss vouches for this.
She's a good prosecutor. She's brilliant. She's a tough prosecutor. She's hardworking also.
Family members do not recall hearing about threats to Tanyag's life in relation to her work. They welcome the suspect's capture and are open to other motives behind the killing besides robbery.
Wala po siya dinidetail sa akin ng mga cases. Ang alam ko lang po, busy po siya kahit nasa bahay. Hindi po siya nagdi-detail sa akin ng mga cases. By the way, wala naman po siya pinabanggit sa akin.
Tanyag's wake remains private to family, close friends, VIPs, and colleagues. Cecil Ardizabal, CNN Philippines.
Heads up, no classes and no work on June 12 and June 15. The country will commemorate its 120th anniversary of the proclamation of Independence Day on Tuesday, June 12. Malacanang also declared June 15 a holiday because of Eid al-Fitr, which marks the end of the holy month of Ramadan for Muslims. A check on the weather now. Tropical depression Domeng continues to move north-northwestward at the speed of 15 kilometers per hour over the Philippine Sea. It was last spotted 605 kilometers east of Virac, Catanduanes. The combined effects of the monsoon trough, the southwest monsoon, and Domeng will affect Luzon and the Visayas. Because of that, Calabarzon, Mimaropa, the Bicol region, western and eastern Visayas, as well as the provinces of Aurora, Bataan, and Zambales will experience cloudy skies with moderate to occasionally heavy rains and isolated thunderstorms. Moderate to strong winds blowing from the southwest to west will prevail, and its coastal waters will be moderate to rough. As of 3 this morning, a yellow rainfall warning is up in Metro Manila and the provinces of Bulacan, Cavite, Laguna, Batangas, Rizal, and northern Quezon. Residents living in low-lying areas are advised to be on alert for possible flooding and landslides. With that, classes are suspended at all levels in Quezon City, as well as Cainta and Taytay in Rizal. That's for private and public schools. Classes in all levels in the town of Naval in Biliran are also suspended. That is the same case for the towns of Manticao and Intao in Misamis Oriental.
Heartbreaking news for actress Heart Evangelista. She reveals that she's lost her remaining baby. On Instagram, the actress shared an emotional post about the miscarriage. Evangelista says she learned this week that the heart of her remaining child has stopped beating. She lost her other baby in the first trimester of her pregnancy. The actress also reveals that she would have named her child Mira. Evangelista says that she will be taking some time off, but thanks everyone for all the love and support. The twins would have been her first children with her husband, Senator Cheese Escudero.
The Peace Index, for one, where the Philippines was ranked as the least peaceful country in Southeast Asia, and is the second least peaceful in the Asia-Pacific region, or second only to North Korea.
Oh, wow.
You know, that's quite surprising because as Filipinos, we are so
Peaceful?
Peaceful. I mean, we're just so nice.
Yeah.
Right?
We're like
just
happy people.
Accommodating. We're very hospitable.
Yeah.
I mean, we like to smile.
Yeah.
So
Peace-loving.
we are peace-loving. Oh, well. Anyway, moving on to other stories. Well, this has been, in the news since yesterday and now today. Duterte apologizes to Chris, but Mocha, well, not sorry. So we'll give you more updates on that. Yeah.
Well, speaking of peace, hopefully maging peaceful na yung resolution nila
Yes.
ni Mocha and ni Chris Aquino. It's been raining. It's been raining for the past how many days now? And as of 6:30 a.m., no classes classes already, suspension of classes in Metro Manila and Quezon City. Local government instructs, the instructions, as per the instructions of Acting Mayor Precious Hipolito Castelo, classes from kindergarten and elementary are suspended today, June 7. And then Cainta Rizal as well. Walang pasok sa lahat ng antas ng publiko at pribadong paaralan ngayon. Taytay Rizal also due to a possible heavy rainfall. No classes in Biliran, Naval, all levels, Misamis Oriental, Mantikao, and Initao. And also we're seeing now pictures of flooded areas right now due to Tropical Depression Domeng.
Many areas of Tropical Depression Domeng continues to bring rains over most parts of the country. We now talk to Pag-asa forecaster Obet Madrina. Thank you for taking our call, Sir Obet. First of all, a number of areas have canceled classes already, and earlier you raised a yellow rainfall warning. Any update po on this warning, at ano pa po bang mga areas ang affected sa pag-ulan today?
Okay, good morning. Good morning to our televiewers. We already lifted the yellow warning sa ngayon ho, no? So nakita natin na papahina na, no? Light to moderate na po yung mga pag-ulan sa malaking bahagi ng Kamaynilaan. Pero inaasahan pa rin natin the coming days, we're still expecting the impact or the effect of the southwest monsoon. This is due to the indirect effect of the Tropical Cyclone Domeng. Tropical Cyclone Domeng was estimated this morning around 605 kilometers east of Virac, Catanduanes, with maximum sustained winds of 45 kilometers per hour near the center and gustiness of up to 60 kilometers per hour, moving northwest at 15 kilometers per hour. Based on our latest scenario, there's still a very slim chance or almost halos walang posibilidad na ito ay tumama sa lupa and starting to move away from the country. We're expecting it to exit the Philippine Air Responsibility around Sunday. But what we're looking at right now is the impact of the southwest monsoon because of this system, because of Tropical Cyclone Domeng. So in the coming days, particularly here in Metro Manila and other parts of the other provinces adjacent to Metro Manila, like Ilocos Region, Bataan, Zambales, and Calabarzon, Mimaropa, we can expect continuous rain in the coming days. So that's what we're going to expect. This is due to the southwest monsoon season.
Sir Obet, what's it going to look like for the rest of the day? Tutuloy-tuloy pa po ba ang ulan, or do we expect downpours occasionally, and will it be heavy enough to cause floods?
Okay. For today, we will expect every now and then rains, but in the coming days, particularly Friday, Saturday, we can expect more continuous rain, no? Mas magiging madalas sa mga pag-ulan, lalo na ngayong Friday and Saturday.
Okay, and so with that, Obet, you mentioned that Tropical Depression Domeng should leave at least the area of the Philippine Responsibility by Sunday. Anything that we should be expecting after that?
As of now, we're not monitoring any another system that may develop into a tropical cyclone. So perhaps by next week, we can expect better weather. Although since we're now entering the southwest monsoon season, we can expect more instances of thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon. Ngayon, mas magiging sustained na yung mga pag-ulan natin because of the presence of the southwest monsoon.
Sir Obet, Andre Felix to, any advice na lang to the public?
Okay, so now, although hindi pa po natin na-declare officially ang tag-ulan, pero dahil na dito sa pagsisimula na ng ating bagyo at ng southwest monsoon, sa natin na coming days ay masasatisfy na yung requirement natin in monitoring the rainy days, no, na simula na, particularly na dito sa may western side ng ating bansa. So what we're now looking at sa mga kababayan natin, mas magdala na tayo ng mga pananggalang sa ulan, yung mga lugar po na bahain, expect ho natin, mas lalaki na po yung posibilidad ng pagbaha dahil nga mas malaki na ang tsansa ng mga pag-ulan sa mga susunod na araw.
Sir Obet, before you go, you mentioned earlier about this is not really the rainy season yet. When do you think you will be able to declare na rainy season na dito sa Pilipinas?
Probably po within the week or baka
within the week na.
Po. Yes,
right.
Okay. We're just waiting for the na ma-satisfy yung, because we're using a certain requirement, which is the amount of rainfall in certain stations, particularly in the western side of the country, to determine the onset of the rainy season.
Okay, thank you so much.
Again, Sir Obet.
Thank you.
That was Obet Madrina, Pag-asa weather forecaster.